okay. You see? Every time I put on the turning signal, he's like, oh my God! We're almost there. This is the last turning signal. Okay, I'm gonna get ready. I'm sitting on your lap.
It's like we're doing like a complete hazard here.
We're going to park really close to the entrance. I don't think he talks like that. I think he talks more like, I don't know. I feel like it's just because he's whining. Oh boy, look at that doggy. He went in the water. I'm gonna get in that water.
You go.
All right, we're here.
What? Good morning. It's already moving. He does this little piglet noise. I didn't change shoes. You don't wear white to the dog park. Or to a horse stable, because I already fucked them. There's foxtails here too, right? Kinda?
No, those aren't.
No, I'm saying in the park.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe if you go into the meadow, but
We're not doing that.
we're free.
Well, they're so happy. Tails up.
Like when I see how people kind of recall their dogs and the dogs don't come, I'm like, stop calling them and go get it.
Go, 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 go. So yeah, do you not like not bringing Meadow?
You know, I think I feel more, I feel guilty not being able to bring her. Because when the first year we had her, we would bring her here. And she'd be fine. She'd play with dogs. She'd chase them. I mean, she was a normal dog, I think. But I think what was really frustrating was that recall part. You know, she was just so into the play and engaging with other people that she just would not come back. And I think that's because we didn't reinforce a lot of those trainings when we first got her. I think we just kind of were...
Like you thought, since Heath is good, Meadow is...
Well, it's because when you take them out into the another element where you haven't trained them the same.
No, right.
Right? Like at home, it's like, oh, fuck everything you trained me.
Yeah.
I'm wild here, you know? Which I want that, but at the same time, it's like, where's that balance of like, okay, you could have this freedom, but you must listen to me. I think what went wrong was me not having, like us, me and Josh, not having the proper training when it came to the e-collar. Because we did end up putting an e-collar on her to get her to recall, like to come back when we would use it. And I think one day here at the park, you know, she was engaging with other dogs.
Leave it.
She was engaging with other dogs, and she was she was like with a group of other dogs. And when I'd call her, she didn't come, so I shocked her. And I think what happened was she associated that shock with the dogs as a bad thing.
And it just happened once?
And it happened that day where she attacked a dog because of that shock. And I'm like, fuck, what did I do to my dog? Like, now I can't take her to the park. She's very
selective. She coexists with Heath.
I think she's just a people person. She prefers people than dogs. Even when we were at the park, like, she'd go straight to the person, not the dog. So to me, I feel like that's rewarding for her, like engaging with other people that give her that attention.
Uh-huh.
I think we've paid so much money on training for her. It's ridiculous. And I wish I had just done the one thing, which is solid training with an e-collar, but properly. Because the e-collar, I do think is great for.
You think it's a good tool?
Yeah, I think it's a great tool.
If you know how to use it.
If you know how to use it and when to use it, you know, like. But at the same time, your dog should be trained like basic obedience, right? Like good training, like good what is it?
A solid foundation.
Yeah, like the good canine citizen thing. And Heath isn't. I think he's a well-mannered dog, but he's stubborn because he's a cattle dog. They're born to be stubborn, and so sometimes he doesn't. He's like, oh, what am I smelling over here? And he won't come back because he's more engaged with the smell. But he does eventually come around, and he's like, all right, whatever. That wasn't interesting.
It never changed the fact that you enjoyed coming to the park.
Well, now I have two dogs with totally different needs. And so, and I also like the park. Like it's.
Well, no matter what, you're gonna have two dogs. Like if you have two dogs, they're gonna have different needs.
Yeah, but now I have to dedicate an hour of my time for Heath coming here, and an hour of my time at the golf course when there's nobody there, with a long line and a chuck it ball for Meadow. Oh my gosh.
It's so cute.
It's so ugly. I do judge some of the dogs here. Like, that one's ugly. Don't touch it. That one's drooling. Don't touch it.
Well, the drooling.
Drooling's gross. I'm like, oh gosh.
It had a cute little personality of.
Yeah, the energy's fine. It's just... That's too deep for you, puppy. Over here.
Come on, Yankee. Morning.
Hi, Pulper.
Morning. Oh. Yeah, but you still come to the park. You didn't take that bad experience and put it on the park. Because a lot of people say, like, it's because of the park that my dog's fucked up.
I think people come with their dogs to the park. You're taking responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a risk.
Yeah, like I'll take responsibility for my dog. You should take your. You know. Go, Heath. Go.
Go, Yank. Go, go. Go get the water. Go get it. Go, 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 go. I hope it's not nasty water.
No, this is Cherry Creek. This runs all the way into downtown Denver.
Oh, so
And
this
it's
is like the
coming
water from.
This coming from a waterfall, even past this dam in Canyon or Castlewood Canyon. It's also a bike trail. You could follow this all the way down. So this is constantly moving.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's super high.
Yeah. Last time it was high.
Yeah, and they have little signs that says, you know, careful with your little dogs. It'll get swept away.
Into Never Never Land.
Oh, because there's a little waterfall at the end over there. So, I mean, Heath is an socially awkward dog. I came a little too strong.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm sorry, that was a little... Okay, now I'm good now, I'm good. Heath likes to herd. He's the fun police here at the dog park. Is that oh no, I thought it was like a puppy. It's ugly.
It's like things that I don't say out loud.
Yeah, he likes to herd and stop the fun. He's like, yo, it's too much. Calm down. And then he starts to cry. Like his excited cry, you know?
Hello, Heath.
Go, Heath, go.
You see, like, Yanko likes being social. And it makes him sad that he's not able to be social.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Let's go. Keep walking.
The other thing I see here is that a lot of people circulate, so there's less dog issues.
Like if a dog fight breaks out or whatever, people are very aware.
Uh-huh.
Like everyone is aware of like their dog.
Yeah. Depending on where you go, that's not the case.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for, I mean, I've only been, you know, because like, for example, traveling with both of the dogs, I'm not going to take Heath to a dog park.
Right.
Because then what am I going to do with Meadow?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, so.
Yeah, you do a lot of like sniff spots or like.
Yeah, we either do the sniff spot or if we do find a park with a green field, we just put Meadow on the long line.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the best you could do.
Because I do feel like with Meadow, I feel like she does want to interact with other dogs because you hear her crying. But for me, like, it's like, I think you're crying because you want to kill that thing.
Uh-huh. Well, is it a
like,
killing noise?
It's like, you know, it's like a very, please let me go engage. But it's like, as soon as I engage, I'm going to go kill it. She has a very, very high prey drive. She's caught squirrels. She's caught bunnies. And she, well, you know, she hangs out at the window. I feel like she does a lot of
Window looking.
Observing of those animals. And so every time we go out, I feel like she already has like a plot in her head. Like, this is how I'm going to do it.
Right. I mean, this is such a pretty park.
I think this is the biggest dog park I've ever been to.
I did a podcast with Dakota, and it was kind of a park like this, big. They're off-leash.
In Arvada?
Uh-huh.
That's so far from here. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but, I mean, they're able to be off-leash, but there you had to have a license, like some sort of like a...
Like a pass?
Yeah, a pass for your dog.
Yeah, so I take out Heath in the morning. And this is usually when I go for a run with him. We do like this loop here. I don't do the entire park. I just do this loop. And then we go home. It's about 30 minutes. And then I work 10 hours. And then, well, in between, you know, I take him around the block and stuff. But then in the evening, I take Meadow out to play in the golf course. So, because then I feel terrible that, like, if I took him out and take her out, and but even throughout the day, like, she'll bring the toy to me or whatever. Like,
Yeah, she wants
she
engagement.
wants, yeah. So that's why I kind of just want a yard. I go out there and just throw the ball, whatever.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna let them just do whatever. Because I feel like some people think like, oh, well, a yard is enough for a dog.
Well, no, because then that way, like,
It just makes your life a little easier.
yeah, it makes my life easier. Because then at the golf course, I have to look and see, like, oh, are there fucking golfers out here? And, like, yes, they are allowed to be there. Like, it's not a dog park, but it's, you know, by, like, I basically take her out, like, around 7:30, 8 p.m. And sometimes there's still golfers there, and I'm like, God damn it, go home.
The hell? At 8 o'clock.
What are you doing out here golfing? Don't you have a family? The other thing I do too that has helped a lot was the scent training. And that was recommended by one of the trainers that I was. And that was great because that was also like we wanted to train Meadow to train for diabetics for Josh, so she could detect when he was having a low blood sugar. Because those are the most dangerous. Like for diabetics, it's low blood, like hypoglycemia. Because you could, if you're not aware of it,
Yeah, it could be.
you could pass out. and you get very like
Weak and lightheaded, right?
well, not just that, but like you also like it's almost delusional,
Okay.
you know, and so it's like
Well, it's a handicap.
yeah. So it's I did, you know, the trainer who helped with that, she was like, this is probably more exhausting for the dog than playing, you know, with the chuck it ball.
Yeah.
Think about like the way that they're smelling things. If we were to do that, we'd pass the fuck out. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. And so in the beginning, it was more about like them figuring out where your scent is. So for example, like Meadow's really good at getting my slippers, right? So I always forget what they called it, but it was one of those things where it's like you want them to smell you in other things. So what are you smelling there?
Poop. Yanko. Leave it. Or something.
Oh. And then from there, it went over to like, what was it? Clover? Different like essential oils, basically. And you name it, whatever. And then we did that for, we did that when we,
This is like crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, I know you're hunting.
but these are like weird. Where am I going? I think
mean-
Meadow's problem is that she's overconfident.
Oh, damn. Okay.
You know, like she's like, she has this mentality of like, I could kill it or I could do it or like, you know, she's just very overconfident. But she's very smart, very, very, very smart dog.
How many trainers have you done? Do you know?
Let's see. The first one was this Noble Beast training thing. And I think we did like the Delightful Dog training, which is like a very
Delightful
basic thing. But they didn't have any socialization, which really bothered me. And I was like,
But you didn't trust your gut.
oh my God. Hey, dude.
Who is it, Yanko?
Dude.
Yankee.
My knees.
Yankee, come this way.
Calm down.
Yankee.
Oh my God, here comes another one. You're so cute. Go, 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 go.
Get him, Yanks. You didn't go with your gut. If it bothered you, you should have said, hey.
Yeah, it's just, you know, once you pay for it, you're like, fuck it. Like, you know, I already paid for this. Let me see what I could do. But the entire time, she just wanted to engage with dogs. She was like, let me go smell them. And we'd have to like pull her back and be like, sorry. Like, and at that time, she was not like violent with other dogs. Like she wasn't a reactive at all, you know? And we did want her to like socialize.
Yeah.
So, she did get some basics training on that one, but the one that I really liked was this other trainer from Rockwind Canine. They don't
Yanko.
exist anymore because the
pandemic killed it.
no, it was actually before that, like the year before that, and it was because the place that she was renting skyrocketed in prices, and it was just kicking people out of their business locations, and so she ended up doing it like without any space.
Yeah.
And she still does it. Carol does it at the Mission Viejo Park. She does these little sessions in the morning for obedience. And it's to help with, you know, training in, not at your house, but like,
Yeah,
you know,
outside.
outside.
Where it matters.
Yeah. you
In the
know,
world.
At the park.
Yeah.
And there's kids running around, you know, like
Yeah.
there was loud noises because you hear the fire truck or whatever. Like, she does more real life scenarios training. And we worked with her for like 2 years. She was great. She was the one who told us like, look, I think you should just accept Meadow for who she is. you know?
Uh-huh.
Like, stop trying to make her a dog-friendly dog. Like,
Right.
I don't think she wants to do that anymore. She's a people dog, and she likes people.
Right.
You know, even at training with her, she did this little test with Meadow where who would Meadow rather engage with, a dog or a person?
Uh-huh.
And so we had a dog, you know,
Like
off
a
leash.
different, yeah.
Yeah, and it was a friendly dog too. It was submissive, so Meadow didn't attack it or anything.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, she was like, okay, let her off leash. And I was like, okay, all right, we'll see what happens. And yeah, she went straight to the person. She did not care for the dog. She kept ignoring the dog. And I was like, it could just be like, you know, from the experience that she's had at the dog park, that she's like, I don't want to
Because that
engage
was
with a dog.
after.
Yeah, yeah. But Carol was very stern with her. Like, some people would leave the class because of the way how stern she was with the dogs. You know, she would like, because she's a trick training. There's another one though that it's like a
Frisbee dog?
no.
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the other one. She's done the scent training thing, trick training, and then it's like the show dog thing where it's like you run
confirmation.
yeah, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, she did that for years. That was she trained dogs and to just do that. And then some people would come to her to breed them. So
I hope ethically.
yeah, of course. But yeah, that place, it was really cool because she was like, here, I'm gonna show you how to like give Meadow some fulfillment without you feeling guilty that she's not, you know, fulfillment doesn't come from her meeting other dogs.
Right.
You know? And so she had these, it was called a rat play or something like that.
Okay.
And she had rats, like freaking, she had rats like this big. And she'd put them in
Barn
these...
hunt.
Barn hunt, yeah. Oh, it was so much fun. Because watching these dogs, and she had like a whole thing stacked like hay,
You know, Yanko,
different...
Yanko hasn't done that yet.
It was so cool. It was literally like a playroom for dogs, and it's like stacked hay,
Yeah, and the rats. And
holes.
and rats are really smart.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
Like,
she
they're
would-
trained for...
Yeah, she would hide these things in the...
Yeah, the
look
little
like-
barrels.
yeah.
Right? Little tiny...
They
like
look-
PVC pipe
Yeah.
things.
They look like little vessels for them. And dude, Meadow was just so excited. She's like, oh my God. Like, she would cry.
Don't you like it when you could
She was so excited.
see how, like, the emotion?
Yeah, no, she'd get her ears perked up and everything, her eyes, like, oh my gosh. I was just like, damn, this is so cool. And so we did that all the time too, like at least once a week. And it was for like a 45-minute session. But she always had so much fun doing that. And she always found the damn rat. Come on,
And
Heath.
Heath?
Heath did too, but Meadow was way faster. She was so much faster at like finding it. And you know, like there were times where she'd have to dig
Yeah,
to
they
like
have
get
to
it out.
like, they have to go under
On
the bear.
tunnel.
Yeah, the tunnel.
Yeah. It was like, it was so cool. And I really liked the setup that she had. And yeah, she was the one who told me, she's like, she'd be extremely good at scent training. And I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, Josh is diabetic and we've been thinking about this. And she's like, yeah, just get a cotton swab when he's having a low blood sugar. Tell him to put that cotton swab in his mouth. Let it soak for a bit. Have her smell it and, you know,
Yeah, and
give it a command like low,
Yeah.
low, you know?
Yeah.
And then touch, low touch, you know? To get her thinking like, oh, you're having a low paw, you know? Because she does this thing with her paw all the time, like, hey.
Yeah.
So she's very smart. Yeah, I think she could be a really good diabetic dog. But then it's like, I just want her to ignore the fact that there's another dog. Just ignore it. Pretend it doesn't exist, you know? Because I think that's her impulse. She has terrible impulse control. The same thing when she sees a squirrel. She's like, oh fuck, I can't help it. I gotta kill it. Okay, so these are foxtails.
Yeah.
Now that I'm like looking at these, I was like, those are foxtails.
Okay. Sorry. Education.
Because I feel like I would, like if I had a yard, I would do something like that. I would definitely
Yeah,
set
the
up a little
barn.
barn hunt. Because they love it.
Come. We're not going there. Not foxtail heaven.